For this video, I'll be sharing with you a recipe for the most gooey, chunky chocolate cookies, and I'll be calling them geese cookies. Now, if you're wondering why I'm giving it that name, let me explain. Seeing as my name is Changiz, I thought I would be calling them chance cookies. But someone messaged suggesting I call them geese cookies, and that's how the name comes about. And I thought, why not? I can go along with that. So I hope that clarifies the name. And on that note, let's get baking. So we're going to start off by breaking up 230 grams of cold butter. And it's absolutely crucial that the butter you're using is actually cold. So straight from the fridge and into the mixer. So we're going to be breaking this up now for about a minute only. I'm going to get the mixer over here and on low speed, and just about a minute, that should do the job. That is perfect. Now I'm just going to add 2 equal amounts of 150 grams of white granulated sugar and also light brown soft sugar to this, and I'll be just getting that mixer going for just another 30 seconds. And next, I'll be adding 370 grams of chocolate chunks to the mix and get the mixer going for another 30 seconds only. Next, onto our dry ingredients, and here I've got 200 grams of self-raising flour and 300 grams of plain flour, and I'm just gonna get this into that mix. Now, because we want to be getting some chunky cookies, I'm just going to be adding 1 tablespoon of baking powder into there, and 1/4 teaspoon of bicarb. Now, because I'm using salted butter in this mix, I'm not going to be adding any salt to it, but if you're using unsalted butter at this stage, you should also add in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which will help bring out all the flavors, especially that chocolatey flavor in the cookies. Now get the mixer on low speed again, and what we're looking for here is a breadcrumbs consistency. So again, we don't want to be creaming this, so about a minute on low speed should do just fine. And as the last part for the dry ingredients, I'm just going to be adding in about 100 grams of chopped walnuts in there. Now, to combine all of these ingredients together, I'm going to be adding 2 large eggs into that mix. Now I'm just going to be giving it a quick mix, just because when we get this into that batter, we don't want to overbeat it, so this will help speed that process up. And I'll just get the mixer on again on low speed, get it going for about another 1 to 2 minutes. So it's now time to measure our cookies. Now the ideal weight for a chunky, gooey cookie is 125 grams. Now if you want them a bit bigger, go for it. I'm just going to make these 125 grams. So that's 140. That's 128 grams, and I'm just going to gently squish them. I don't want perfect balls, and I don't want to roll them. As I say, just a gentle squish in your hands, just a rough ball, and get them onto a tray. Perfect, I have now got 12 balls of cookies, so all I'm going to do now is cover this up with cling film and just get it in the freezer for at least 90 minutes. You can also leave it in there overnight if you like. The longer you leave it in there, the better, just because we want to get the insides really gooey, and freezing them will help with that. It also helps stopping them from spreading too wide when we get them into the oven. They have come out now after around 90 minutes, and I have got the oven preheated at 180 degrees with another tray already in there, which is really nice and hot. Now that hot tray is gonna make sure that the underneath of these cookies is going to crisp up a little bit more. So let's just get a parchment paper on there, and I am just going to spread these out and get maybe about 5 or 6 of them onto this tray and in the oven. Obviously, I don't want to overcrowd the baking tray. So this now goes inside the oven for about 16 to 18 minutes depending on your oven. When they come out, the outside is just going to be nice and crisp, and the inside is just going to be squishy and really nice and gooey. And as for the rest of these cookies, I will be putting them back inside the freezer, because the beauty of them is that you can keep them inside the freezer for around 3 months and they will be absolutely fine. So this just means you can always have a constant supply of cookies on demand. So these cookies have come out now and they look and smell absolutely amazing. So you should just try to resist not just chomping into them, because you are going to instantly regret it, because they're absolutely piping hot. So what I'm going to do now is just get them on a cooling rack and we'll come back to them in a few minutes time. Now, the moment of truth. Oh my God, look how gooey they are. Oh my God, it's absolutely incredible. So there we have it. With this recipe, in the end, you get absolutely gorgeous, gooey geese cookies, which is definitely worth a try. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please make sure you like the video and please go and give this a try for yourselves. Then come back and let me know in the comment box down below with the words geese cookies. Please, that will be much appreciated. Now, I'll be seeing you in the next one very soon. Until then, look after yourselves and remember, the secret ingredient is love. Come and get geese cookies. Beautiful. I'm not selling them.